Hi Bethans, what's up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Austin Betha and I'm really glad to have you here. Please do hit the subscribe button before you leave and also give this video a very big thumbs up at the end if you enjoyed watching it, okay? Today is all about I am LAYCON. Obviously this video is about I am LAYCON. And I know I mentioned to you guys yesterday that I was going to work on, episodes 2 and 3, and then, would have another video for episodes 4 and 5. But guys, I couldn't do that, okay? These videos are quite lengthy. If you're following up on the show, you would know that one particular episode is about 22 minutes long. So imagine me coming here to talk about something that happened in 44 minutes. Now that I do that, okay, I would not be able to do that. So even if it takes us 5 days to treat 5 episodes, then so be it. But one thing I want you guys to be sure of is the fact that I'm definitely going to bring you guys a recap of all 5 episodes that dropped in this month of February. Because like I said to you guys, the other episodes will drop in the month of March. Well, so I heard. So yeah, first of all, I want to say a very big thank you for the love you guys showed me in the first episode. And oh my god, you guys had like the sweetest things to say. Betha is this, Betha is that, you're good at this. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Now I know some of you have watched all episodes 1 to 5, but please do not jinx it for others. Allow them enjoy the whole summary. Allow them watch. Well, because again, not everybody has the opportunity to watch this show on Showmax. So don't worry, let me be your Showmax, okay? I'll bring the show to you in a maximum form. Oh my god, Betha, you're mad. Anyways guys, as always, my notes is here because look, episode 2 alone, now 3 pages. Anyways guys, this particular episode picked up from the last one, where I mentioned that they were having a conversation as to what goes up on LAYCON'S Instagram page, just the social media pages in general. And oh my god, Tariela was just one fire babe that was giving it to them as they hot. Look, you guys did this thing, don't make it happen again. And everybody was like, okay, that's fine. Next time we'll pay more attention to the cinematography, we'll pay more attention to this, because her worry is this, when there's a backlash, it doesn't just come to LAYCON, it comes to every single member of the team, and that's quite understandable. I mean, if you guys are going to work as a team, then you best do it the right way. That's the point Tariela was trying to make, and I totally get it. Yes, she acknowledged the fact that she probably went over the board and everything, but this is the point she's trying to make, and they got the message. They promised that they were going to do better. Yomi number 1 was like, look, we are going to make sure not to get under Tariela's fire again and everything. So I mean, they sorted that out, and they talked about LAYCON'S EP, Who is LAYCON. Obviously, you guys know that that particular EP dropped as soon as LAYCON got out of the house and everything. So they explained to us, well, we got to understand the fact that this Who is LAYCON EP was some sort of way for them to answer the questions surrounding LAYCON, what he was about, what his music was about. So this particular EP was singled out to sort of answer all of our unending questions. And I feel like that EP did justice to who LAYCON was, because again, listening to the tracks, listening to the lyrics, if you're someone who loves rap like me, you would understand that LAYCON did justice to our questions through his lyrics, okay? Moving on guys, the next thing that opened to us was at Landmark Beach. Yes, LAYCON and his team went there to chill, because they've been working, and like they say, all work and no play makes better a dull babe, okay? We need to have fun, we need to chill, and that's exactly what LAYCON decided to do. Now he was there with the rest of his team members, and like I mentioned to you guys yesterday, I told you Yomi na party scatter. That one already arranged babes, brought babes to the beach, there was booze, the whole place was lit up and everything. And LAYCON is just like, yo, what's going on here? Now this brings me to what I missed out yesterday. LAYCON actually brought like a house rule. No babe must sleep over at the house. And the brother is like, huh? House rules? Now be big brother house business. So you could already tell that Yomi is like, that ginger person that, when everybody is saying, oh, I'm tired, Yomi's like, no, let's get it, let's turn up. That's the kind of person he is. And Yomi actually had a very special surprise for LAYCON. I mean, since LAYCON got out of the house, there's been a lot of, going here and there, media rounds and all that. He hadn't really had the chance to bond with the rest of his siblings or the rest of his family, so to speak. And Yomi was kind enough to invite their older brother to the beach. And oh my god, when LAYCON saw his brother, he was like, what? I was just gisting you guys about this, my brother, because he was literally gisting the rest of his teammates, about his elder brother and, how that one behaves and everything, only for him to see the same person he was talking about walking. Now, by the way, that his brother's name is Temitope, and clearly we could tell that he's way older than Yomi and Laycon. You know, Laycon was super excited to see him. You know, they stepped aside and they were talking, and his brother was like, you know, how have you been? Have you been coping? Make sure to take some time out to rest. And his brother made it known to us that Laycon has always been someone who had a big dream. You know, Laycon would always tell him, no worry brother, I will blow, I will make him and everything. So right now that these things are happening, he's just super proud of his brother and just how far he has come. But his brother really wanted him to make sure to take out some time to rest. You know, he kept on emphasizing on that fact, like it ain't important. After a while of catching up with Temitope, Laycon decided to take a walk. He told the rest of his teammates that he wanted to be alone because, you know, the vibe he was getting, it felt like he just wanted to be by himself. So he took a walk and then he pulled out his phone and tried to call Raha. Now, I understand that people are not really excited about the fact that Laycon had a relationship outside the house and then he came into Big Brother's house and was just dancing around Erica and all of that. I'm not here to justify Laycon for whatever he did, but I also want you guys to understand that we did not even know there was a girl outside of the house. So whatever it is that we said during the show was based off the show. So nobody should come to my comment section and be telling me, oh Betha, I see where you're coming from now. I see you were always supporting Laycon. Why would he have a babe outside? You did not know that. I did not know that. So please don't carry your blame and point on my head. My head is still new. Okay? Thank you very much. Anyways, guys, Laycon decided to reach out to Raha because, I mean, after they had that first conversation where he was like, oh yeah, we have to move on and everything. Let's focus on ourselves. Which I don't know how I feel about that, because it's almost like now you are in the limelight and you want to move on, because when we did date you never enter limelight. Like, it's just somehow, and I get that Raha would be feeling somehow. I would have felt the same way and everything. So Laycon was like, oh yeah, let me just try and reach out to her. But he tried her number a couple of times and then we kept hearing the number you have dialed is not available. He kept on trying it up until his brother Yomi walked up to him. Yomi is kind of close to Laycon, you know, and then Yomi was like, yo bro, what's up, like what's going on? And you know, Laycon was like, oh, I'm trying to reach Raha and everything. And Yomi's like, look, I get it, okay, I get it, you're still sulking up, but you need to try to stay focused. You need to just focus on, you know, focus on the things in front of you right now. There are so many things to be worried about. If not losing up, I'll get babes for you. See, your fans are ready to turn up with you. Every time my phone they ring, shorties be calling, bunnies be calling. I say, now wow, everybody needs a Yomi in their life. You know, that one person that would help you get out of any mood you're in. Of course, Yomi understands the fact that, you know, emotions are involved, but he was just trying to cheer his brother up, and you know, I don't think there was anything wrong with that. You know, they should have talked about the whole thing and was like, look bro, you need to have fun, you need to relax. And then, you know, Laycon was like, all right, it's fine. And that was when he actually settled into the whole enjoyment that they came to do in Landmark the first place. You know, he was now jumping up and down in the water, and then they moved on to the next scene. Now the next scene that opened to us was in Laycon's apartment, and this time around Laycon was home with his best friend BC, who happens to be his road manager, like I mentioned to you guys. And he also had another person by the name Echo. Now according to Laycon, Echo is a badass, crazy music producer. You know, Echo has been with him since like way back in 2013, and he just felt like there was always a vibe between the both of them. So yeah, he invited Echo over to the house, and you know, they were in his room trying to just work on some beats and all of that. Now the reason they were not in the studio, like Laycon told us, was the fact that the AC wasn't working properly, so it was hot in there. They decided to move it to his room, and of course they did some, you know, freestyling. Okay, better. Rapping is not your calling, so they shall rapped, like I said, and you know, we moved on from that. Okay, now the next scene opened up in Laycon's sitting room, and this time around he was just there with his brothers Yomi and Temitope. Maybe I should even call him Egbon Temitope, because you know, we need to put some respect. Okay? Anyways, they were in the sitting room, and you know, Laycon was talking about his dad and just him wanting to do some sort of memorial for his dad. The discussion was quite moody. Of course, they were talking about their dad that had died. It just had to be moody. You know, Laycon wanted to do something very special for the dad, and you know, Yomi was like, yeah, as much as we want to do something special for dad, we need to think about it thoroughly, because daddy used to love a lot of things. He was passionate about a lot of things, and that one thing they knew for sure that their dad really loved were kids. You know, so if they want to do something for him, maybe they just tow along the line of, you know, doing things for kids and all of that. And of course they all liked the idea, but you know, brother Temitope was like, look, we need to also carry mommy along. along because we need her input as well. And of course they were like, oh yeah, we're going to mention it to mom and everything. But Laycon stated the fact that he would really love his mom to be away from all these media things, you know, away from the cameras, away from all of it. For him, he just wants his mom to enjoy life, you know, live her life to the fullest without having to deal with all these cameras and everything. And for me, I respect that a lot. Look, it's not every member of your family that you need to bring in front of the camera, because guess what, you're just putting them under a lot of pressure, if you ask me. And you know, Yomi also agreed with the fact that they wanted their mom to be away from the show, away from it all, you know, let her just be their mom and enjoy being their mom, you know, reap the fruit of her labors without having to deal with cameras here and there. And that's fine, we need to respect that. Anyways, they wrapped up the whole conversation with Laycon telling brother Temitope that, you know, the next morning he was traveling to Uyo and everything, and he was really excited to see him because he knows that before you come back from that Uyo trip, brother Tope would don't go back, so he just expressed how excited he was to see him. And then, you know, he left them there and went over to his room where Echo was waiting for him. Echo and I think BC, you know, they had some music stuff to do and all of that, and you know, that was that for that scene. Now the next thing that opened to us was Laycon in Abeokuta for his GoTV ambassadorial duties. Of course, you guys are aware that GoTV announced Laycon as their ambassador, and I mean, I talked about it in one of my videos, you know, at the time when that thing was announced. You know, he was in Abeokuta, you know, doing the whole singing thing in the streets. You know, he had meet and greets and all of that stuff that comes with being an ambassador. You know, it was really fun for him, and for him, he was really excited about the whole opportunities that came with that particular job. Okay, next scene was in Laycon's apartment. Now, while Laycon was away from the house, Yomi was in the house. He had invited an interior decorator by the name Alicia, who is his friend, his buddy, you know, that's what he called her. Hey buddy, what's up? You know, so the girl came in, took a look at the house, decided that she was going to come up with mood boards and, you know, just ideas of things they could do in the house. And oh my god, Yomi was just more ecstatic about the fact that they were going to have a bar in the sitting room. Alake of Lagos, you need to relax, okay? I know this guy wants to relax and be taken care of. You know, the guy just like enjoyment. He was super excited about the whole thing. You know, they took a look at the whole apartment. We got to understand that the house is a 3-bedroom apartment, and you know, we had just Laycon in one room, Yomi in the other room, and BC in the last room. BC, like I said, is Laycon's best friend, you know. So these 3 people are the ones living in the house. The rest of the teammates come and go. You know, now Alicia took a look at the whole room, decided that she was going to do this, she was going to do that. But when they got to Laycon's room, the room scattered like mad. I was like, what? What? Laycon, what is this? See, if you leave your room like that, come on now, so you go meet am or say they come back, say because you dey rush go out, you can't scatter the whole room. I will flog you. Anyway, that room was just so messed up. In fact, Alicia couldn't hide it. She was like, oh wow, you know. Yomi was now shalaye for us, and you know, they were rushing out of the house and everything, so he scattered things because he needed to pay. Oh Benny, we don't want to know that one. Laycon live in room, scatter, and he needs to come and fix it. Well, the Sha said cleaner was coming to the house and she was going to come and clean it up and everything. But oh well, generally they talked about the whole house and just how they would set it up and all of that. You know, that was the end of that particular scene. Now the next scene opens up still in Laycon's apartment, but this time Yomi was there with brother Temitope, and you know, they were by the poolside. Apparently brother Temitope was about leaving Laycon's house, and you know, he was just giving Yomi final advice. You know, just be there for him, make sure that he rests, make sure that, you know, he does things at the right time just so he stays relevant. You know, just be there for Laycon, make sure that his well-being is well taken care of. But Temitope was just all about Laycon's mental well-being, you know, physical well-being and all of that. He was like, look Yomi, I know you're doing a great job, I know you're there for him, but I want you to do more. You know, I want you to just guide him, because again, the pressure is going to be too much. You need to brace yourself up, you need to be ready. And I feel like these are the kind of advices we should get from people we look up to as, you know, our elders, and you know, just people we look up to basically. And you know, after they had that conversation, you know, brother Temitope got into his car and, you know, zoomed off. All right, now moving on guys, the final scene that opened to us was at a bar. Laycon was right there with his brother Yomi. They were just catching up on, you know, things, his song, the streaming online on YouTube and everything. And his brother was like, you know, congratulations and all of that stuff. Now while they were still talking about the success of the music that had gone up on YouTube, the Lilo walked in, and oh oh my god, LAYCON just lost focus. Now let me explain that losing of focus before people will misinterpret it. You guys remember that during the show, after Lilo got evicted, LAYCON just kept going about talking about, you know, how he would love to hang out with Lilo, you know, how Lilo is a sweet person, how Lilo is this, how Lilo is that. And you know, since he had all that conversation about her in the house, up until that particular day at the bar, they had not really come to a place where both of them would have a one-on-one conversation. Probably they've met at events and all, but I mean, they've really never had the time to just sit down and talk one-on-one. Now this was the first time, and he knew for sure that Lilo was aware that he kept on talking about her in the house. In fact, she rubbed it in his face. She was like, you were just shouting my name up and down the internet. And he was like, wow. Anyway, but Yomi gave them chance as well. He was like, look, I need to go and do one or two things. He just give them chance. Okay, catch up, you know. Lilo was looking very pretty, by the way. You know, I loved her outfit, I loved the simple makeup and everything. They sat down and they were talking, and you know, LAYCON made it known to us that, you know, he was quite shy seeing Lilo after everything he had said in the house. I mean, like I explained to you guys, this was the first time they were both sitting down alone, you know, chatting as friends and everything, because he told us that as soon as they came out of the house, he sent a message to her that he would like to hang out with her, and this particular meetup was the first hangout both of them were having. And it got to a point where LAYCON was like, I know you mentioned that you were in a relationship, are you still in one? I'm like, LAYCON, why so coy? Like, ask the babe, are you single? You know, do you want to mingle? Just say this thing. You know, just they ask how they shy, they smile, those, you know, nonsense smile. I used this, I'm like, oh my god. And Lilo was just like, no fam, I am single. End of discussion. End of episode 2. Okay, that's basically how episode 2 ended. I'm definitely going to bring guys an update on episodes 3, 4 and 5. Okay, I do not know if I'm going to film that today, tomorrow, next tomorrow, but I promise you I will definitely bring it to you guys. You guys can already see how long this particular episode is from the length of this video. Now imagine doing like multiple episodes in one video. Now me say we will grow me too for year, and I don't want that. Okay, thank you guys so much for your understanding. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are making this whole narration thing worth my while, and I do not take it for granted. I love you guys so much from the depth of my heart. Okay, thank you for subscribing to me. Thank you for everything. All right, I will definitely see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.